Hi again guys, UK Star Wars. This video is going to focus on my new custom Mandalorian speeder bike. This is a model, it's a 1/10th model from the 1980s. This particular one was an Airfix model that was sourced in the UK. But I do know other companies did this exact same model for Return of the Jedi speeder bike with the Scout. It is 1/10th, like I say, but in my opinion, the size and scale of it suits perfectly for 1/12 scale. The speeder bike size comparison to the speeder Scout Trooper that comes with it, the Scout Trooper is just far too big. It's a very ugly looking model figure, whatever you want to call it. So that guy just went straight in the bin, if I'm honest. This, yeah, it's much more suited for 1/12 scale than 1/10. So with this one, I basically put the model together, most of the pieces that I needed to before priming, and then I primed the whole thing in black. I did 2 coats of black primer. Once that was done, I did 4 coats of white Citadel paints. I only use Citadel or Tamiya paints, to be honest. Citadel I do prefer over any other paints for models, customizing figures, whatever it may be. So I did 4 coats with just the base white. Once that was done, I used lead belcher, I believe it is, mixed with a little bit of Abaddon black Citadel paints. Mix that together, like I say, just a touch of black in there to darken it up a little bit. And then because these sections were already primed black, I just basically did 2 coats over the top with the Abaddon black and lead belcher mix. Once those coats were dry, I just did some silver dry brushing. Whichever silver you want to use, it doesn't really matter as long as it's quite a lot brighter than the lead belcher colour that we've put on. Just to highlight some areas with the silver and do some dry brushing here and there. I used a flat black for the, I think it was actually the Abaddon black again, for a couple of layers coats on the seat and the main button on the center console there, just black. And I left the handlebars black just to give some variation from the struts and stuff, the pistons. At the front and on certain areas where you see the chipping effect, if you will, I used the same lead belcher and black mix that I used on the metal parts of the speeder bike, just to do some chipping effects. I would imagine in the Star Wars world, when things like this are created, they don't, give you a colour scheme like Pimp My Ride or anything like that. It's probably just one metal colour and then the paint is applied afterwards, depending on the terrain or planet or whatever the vehicle is going to be used in my mind. So underneath, I imagine it will be the same color as everything else on the vehicle. The exhaust ports or whatever these sections are, that was more of a black, Abaddon black, rather than the metal color, because obviously that would just be dirt and smoke and grime and things. I did do slight color, 2 red buttons and 1 blue. They were just crimson red, was it maybe? Oh, sorry, Mephiston red and Ultramarines blue. I don't remember the names of all the Citadel paints, if I'm honest, and it's hard enough to pronounce some of them when you're a Geordie with my accent. Some silver tips on the top of the black little levers and stuff. I didn't add the satchel on the back, and I'm debating whether to fill these little holes and paint over them again, but I don't know what I'm going to actually add on here yet, so I've left that for now. But yeah, on the back I obviously did the same lead belcher and black mix on the engine ports, in flaps and things. and then again just use some silver to do some chipping effect, and then I went over that with a touch of the Tamiya rust powder palette, and then obviously sealed the whole thing once it was all settled and dried. Silver chipping on the engine parts here, and underneath the blaster that's built in underneath, the colour of that, and the rest of the bike. To be honest, I based this all on reference photos from Hot Toys, their Hot Toys Mandalorian speeder bike in Biker Scout that's coming out soon. I basically used those references. The ones from the movie were available. Obviously, I try to use that as well, but Hot Toys do such a good thing of transferring on-screen characters, vehicles, whatever it may be, into toy form, and yeah, I just always tend to use Hot Toys for reference for things. So all of the color scheme and pretty much everything that I did, I try to copy as best I can. That little bit of highlighted silver weathering on the front there, just give it kind of like a genuine metal look and feel. I'm not the world's greatest painter, if I'm honest. It's not the best job. I do kind of rush a lot of my customs. You might be able to tell from my Instagram account and different photos and stuff in my videos I'm going to be doing, but I just don't have the time to commit to leaving projects for days on end or weeks on end. I normally wrap up something within a couple of hours or a day at least. My missus just, goes off it on the best of times, and when I've got the dining room or wherever I may be doing something a bit of a mess with paint and bits and pieces, it's just not ideal. I need a bit of a workshop, I think, and then I can get some real customizing done. But yeah, it's not that I intentionally rush things. I just like to wrap them up quick as I can, and it just makes me happy for whatever I do as a project. So yeah, this I'm happy with. My last one was pretty good. I did like that one, but I do prefer this one to my previous one. So yeah, this one I'm going to keep maybe for my Figuarts IG11 that I've just managed to get hold of. So I'm going to probably sit him on here with the satchel and Baby Yoda inside of there, or I may add a Figuarts Biker Scout to it. I've got two of those. I may custom one and give them a remnant Biker Scout paint job and stick that guy on here. The Black Series and the Figuarts speeder bikes are brilliant. I mean, the Black Series one for the price point is pretty good. It's the plastic they use in the paint apps. You're going to get for what you pay for. The Figuarts one is a lot better. It's a little bit undersized in my opinion, but the detail and stuff is better than the Black Series, which is expected. But I didn't want to custom one of those, just obviously with the value of them. So these, if you can find them on eBay or wherever, model shops, you might still get them knocking about. They're really good. I think this cost me 20 GBP here in the UK, off from eBay, which I think is a bargain. It's not like a Bandai kit, which takes quite a long time to put together. I glued this and put this together pretty simple in about 40 minutes, if that. So yeah, it doesn't take too long. It's quite an easy, maybe a teen friendly build as well. So yeah, these are good kits if you can get hold of them. The Bandai model kit ones, pretty good. I've never owned one of those, unfortunately. But the price point for that, for what I wanted, I didn't really want to buy a Bandai one. Obviously because of the Black Series and the Figuarts ones I already have, and then I can get this so cheap. The Bandai one just didn't make sense. But I do know that from reviews I've watched, they do look great. So yeah, that might be another good idea to pick one of those up and do a Mandalorian speeder bike paint scheme. So yeah, any questions, again, as always, just please drop them in the comments. And if you want to subscribe and like, I'd really appreciate that. I'm just starting my YouTube channel now, moving from Instagram into other forms of social media. And yeah, if I can help anyone with customizing or, you know, anything like that, I will do. Just reach out to me wherever you can, and I'll get back to you. And hopefully I can keep it going and do more customs in the future. Well, as always, thank you very much for watching this video and supporting me on YouTube and Instagram. It's really appreciated. Take care, everyone. Thanks. Bye.